Hello guys, what is up? It is Vapes in here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build your Kanger SubTank in RTA mode. Let's give her a shot. Alrighty guys, for this video today I'm going to be using 24 gauge Kanthal, which is my favorite and my preference for Kanthal. I don't know, I mean you can use 26 gauge, whatever you want. It's just going to change the ohms a little bit. I mean it's no big deal or anything. I'm going to be using this 2.4mm screwdriver. Let's see if I can get that to focus in on that. I don't know, you get the gist of it though. Cannot seem to get it to focus. A little bit, you can see it, 2.4mm screwdriver, and I'm going to be doing, let's say 5 wraps. I'm going to do 5 wraps. Here we go. What I like to do is kind of put it right there, hold on to it, and just begin my wraps. So there's 1, there's 2, you want to space them out just a tad, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. Alright, there you go, there's 5 wraps. It doesn't have to look the best. Alright, I'm going to straighten this one out, pull on it nice and hard, and then straighten this one out. You want them both facing opposite directions, like so. Another thing I like to do is these Stanley screwdrivers. I think they're Stanley. Yeah, Stanley screwdrivers are awesome. You can pick them up at Walmart for like $5. Oops. And you get a pack like this. Yeah, it's a nice pack. I mean, it's got a bunch of different varieties. And it's got this little bumper thing, so you can just kind of push them up against there. Yeah, I don't know if I even got that in the thing, but yeah, it's right here. Alrighty, but yeah, we got the 5 wraps down. It's looking decent. Decent coil going on here. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. Decent. Alrighty, guys. Next thing you want to do is make sure that your posts are nice and unscrewed, pretty loose, so you can fit that 24 gauge in there. I mean, I have to make them kind of loose, pretty loose, so I can fit it in there, because it's kind of a thicker wire. Whatever you guys are using, I mean, this is just a little tutorial. This is just my preference. I mean, you don't not have to use 24 gauge. You're just going to have to do more wraps to get the same ohms. I mean, it's whatever. It's just for the newbies out there who do not know how to build it, or just want to see, you know, how I do my build for this. Yeah, and I'm going to just slide this in here, slide one side in, just like so. It's kind of hard to do this on camera. Actually, I'm going to take the screwdriver out. It's a lot simpler to do it like that without the screwdriver in there, so we're just going to kind of put that in. If I can get it in, right? That's what she said. And then we're going to screw it down just a tad. You don't want to make it tight because you need to center this coil. Just like that, just a little bit. That way you still have room to move it around. You can slide it as you please. And now for the other side. Just kind of do the same thing. Slide the other side in. Push it down in if you can get it down. And take your screwdriver. Screw it down. Fairly tight, not too tight, like I said. Just like so. I mean, you know, it's all messed up, you know, it's all crooked and whatever, but Kanthal is so easy to work with. You can just mold it however you want to. Alrighty, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is sliding my screwdriver in, just like that, holding on to the coil, and tighten your screws down all the way. Don't tighten them too tight, because you do not want to break anything. I can already tell these tanks, or these RTA bases are very, very sensitive, and you do not want to mess anything up. And yeah, I'm going to just kind of push it down a little bit, center it up, and boom, she is fairly centered. Nice and pretty coil, not too bad. You guys may build better, but I mean, it's kind of hard at this angle to build, you know, perfect and just right. Next thing I'm going to be doing is snipping my leads. I know a lot of people bend them so you don't get the edge sticking out, but most of the time my snips can get way in there and they're not going to be hitting. I mean, it doesn't even stick out past the screwdriver. Means you can obviously tell it will not stick out past, so, or the screw, not the screwdriver. But yeah, if it's not going to stick out past the screw, then this is not going to hit. I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm going to snip the other side, get it nice and close in there. And your leaves will just get flying across the whole entire universe into another dimension. One thing I do not like about bending my leads is sometimes your screws can be a little bit loose and it will mess your coil all up. Yeah, if you don't get it perfect, then you can just keep snipping it. Just keep snipping, just keep... I know, I'm weird. Yep, but now she's nice and close, and there's nothing hanging out past the edge of the screw post, so we're good to stick it on the RDA, and then we're going to put some cotton in it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I totally said stick it on the RDA. I meant your mod. I'm using the iStick 50 watt. This is a fairly decent mod. I really enjoy it, and I mean, this is an all-day vape for me. I really enjoy this mod. So what I'm going to do is lower my voltage down so I can make sure that that is firing from the inside out. Just lower it down to 10 watts. Give her a quick fire. And she's not. So what you want to do, squeeze it together. Just kind of mold it how you want it. One thing I've noticed about this iStick is the ohms jump around like crazy. And that cannot be good. It cannot be good. For some reason my watts went up. Did you notice that? Am I the only one? Maybe I was pressing it. Could have been pressing it. Just kind of do this until you get her glowing how you want her. Just like that, guys. That's exactly what you want. Perfect. I mean, that's 10 watts and it's already firing like a beaut. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to be using this Japanese organic cotton. Comes in little squares like this. I mean, they're a little bit bigger than that, obviously. I'll just cut a piece off. You want a piece just about like this, maybe a little smaller. I kind of cut it pretty thick. So what I'm going to do is move all this out of the way so I'm not so close to the camera, and twirl the end just like that and stick it right in. Might be too thick and I might end up having to make it thinner. No, it's just right. Actually just right. And what you want to do, I like to do this. Oops, almost fired it. Just kind of slide it back and forth, like so. Just like that. And it's just about ready to vape. All we need to do now is snip the cotton. And I'm going to be using a VG based juice. This is a high VG juice, so I'm going to snip the cotton pretty close. Just like this. Boom. Real close like that. That's how I like it. That was a little bit too close, so what I'm going to do is snip this one a little bit long and then pull her through a little bit. Just like that. Alrighty, that looks fairly decent, huh? Decent. Alrighty. Alrighty guys, so what we're going to be doing now is I have a freshly steeped bottle of vanilla custard that is getting ready to get dripped all over this beautiful tank. And what we're going to do is take your juice and just kind of saturate the coil in the wick, and I like to fluff this back. I saw a video that Rip Trippers did on high VG based juices and getting that burnt hit and all that stuff, and what you can do is he calls it the pancake wicking method. I don't know if he made it up or what, but it works very well. You have to just kind of flatten this out, flatten it up. Same with the other side. Yeah, but this is mostly for your RTAs, your tanks and stuff. I mean, you're always fine in an RDA, it's no biggie in an RDA, but I just kind of do this. Kind of don't get it too far, too far spaced out. I don't like to do that. I got a little bit too much cotton in here, but it's no biggie. And just like that, I'm going to actually snip some cotton off real quick. Might need scissors. Alright, I'm going to trim this up a little bit, and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so we got our snip just a tad. It's kind of hard to snip that now since I already saturated it, but it's not going to be that big of a deal, I mean, it's no problem. I'm just going to kind of, mold it against the sides right here. Pull that little piece off, that little nasty son bitch. Just like so. And what we can do now is we can fire her up. And actually, the ohms are kind of moving around a little bit. Oh, my screw isn't tight. Yeah, that could have been a problem. Yes, it was. That was the problem. I was wondering why those were moving around so much, those ohms. And we're going to fire up. That's only on, let's see, 25 watts. And I mean, it's firing very well. This sucker's going to be hitting like a beast. So, boom, there you have it. I'm going to saturate this wick just a tad more. Just like that. Let's get that to focus in. Boom, it's focused. And next thing I'm going to do is put my tank on. We're going to give her a vape, talk about the ohms, and talk about how she vapes on face screen, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty guys, so we got her all set up and she's ready to vape, and we're going to put it on. Let's start her off at 24.8 watts, and she is reading 0.6 ohms. Not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that. It's reading at 0.6 ohms though. You really cannot see that at all. But yeah, it's 24.8 watts, 0.6 ohms. This thing is just stellar. The vapor is killer, the flavor is killer, the warmth that you get from the vape. I like warm to hot vapes. Just like Rip says, warm to hot vapes, and this, if that's what you like, then that's definitely the tank for you. This is a very good setup. The iStick with 50 watt with the Kanger SubTank, perfect setup for any newbie vapor. Newbie vapor, experienced vapor, whatever, guys. Great setup. Anybody who wants to use it, you can just go out. You don't have to drip. You can just take your juice with you. The one thing is, this thing is a guzzler. It guzzles it down. But I'm using max VG based juice in this. I'm not getting a burn hit whatsoever. 24.8 watts. Let's crank her up. We're going to put her on 30 watts. Boom, 30 watts. As you can see, more vapors coming out. It's getting hotter, hotter and hotter. guys, had to get me some water there. Let's put her on 32.5. Still not a burnt hit, but you can feel it kind of coming on. Honestly, between this tank, my suggestion, this is at 4.4 volts, 32.5 watts. I would not go higher than 35 watts with this build. You are probably going to get a dry hit. I can crank it up to 35 and see if I do real quick. A little bit. See, I barely even hit it. I didn't hit it very hard. Yeah, but I can tell 24.8 and around 25, 25 to 28, 24 to 28 watts is my sweet spot. Anywhere between there, you will be getting a killer vape. I got it at 27 right now. And that is just perfect. Overall rating on this tank, guys, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 5, I'm sorry. Killer vape, recommended to anybody, like I said. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. I don't think that I forgot anything. I don't know if I told you the juice that I'm vaping on. This is Max VG Vanilla Custard from MountBakerVapor.com. They make a killer custard. I know that it has a bad review on there, but I enjoy it. I love their custard. I put 5 flavor shots in it. Max VG, 3 milligrams nicotine, killer. Alrighty guys, but yeah, like I said, give me a comment, a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think about the build. This is my favorite build I've had with this tank so far. I've used 26 gauge, 28 gauge, 24 gauge is just my top dog for this tank. Thanks a lot guys. Vapesin is out. Dose.